Previously on the SMS-DUE podcast experience.
And as we're all aware, introductory physics courses are essential to making sure that students are successful.
And now for today's episode.
So, what's your name?
I'm Tara Slominski. I'm an instructor at NDSU.
What is the worst thing that a student has written in your course evaluation form?
A student once said they hope I slip on a banana peel.
If you have taken a college class before, chances are you have been asked to write an anonymous course evaluation at the end of the semester. If you're like me, you complete these during study breaks, when the stress of finals is overwhelming and you need a moment to rant about a crappy professor. If you're like my roommate, you mostly ignore the professor's fervent requests to fill them out. But what's the importance of these course evaluations? What purpose do they serve? This will be the focus of today's episode of the SMS-DUE podcast experience, co-hosted by myself, Mateo Cachero, and Soren Miller, the greatest trio since sauce, cheese, and pepperoni. Speaking of, today's episode is sponsored by Duque's Pizza. Duque's Pizza. Are you lacking in taste buds? Grab a slice of Duque's Pizza today. Now, back to the episode. Well, long story short, these surveys are intended to evaluate the quality of professors and the classes that they teach. Just as the aim of a math exam is to assess students' math ability, the aim of a course evaluation is to assess professors' teaching ability. Much like a student taking a math exam, these evaluations are used by different people for different purposes. Course evaluations show professors in which areas they excel and what aspects of their teaching need improvement. But also, professors' bosses, department chairs, deans, and presidents use evaluation scores to assess professor merit for tenure, promotion, or disciplinary action. This all makes sense, but for the system to work properly, one thing must be true. Student course evaluations must be an accurate portrayal of a professor's quality as an instructor. However, research on the validity of course evaluations returns mixed results. While some education researchers strongly defend the validity of these evaluations, others express their doubts. Several confounding variables have been shown to influence evaluation scores. Students' ability and interest in the course have an impact. Some studies even show that student and professor gender play a role too. Meanwhile, the type of course often plays a role in evaluations, which can lead to an improper interpretation of scores if not accounted for. Elective, upper division, and small classes all tend to receive more favorable reviews, regardless of the professor. But the biggest bias might be what's called the halo effect, when perceptions of one trait influence feelings toward unrelated characteristics. This occurs for students' perceptions of professor charisma and attractiveness, which might be a halo, skewing evaluation results even though those traits don't measure teaching ability. These biases are a main reason why student course evaluations are seen as unreliable and not valid by some researchers, and students and professors even share similar concerns.
Do you think that student course evaluations provide an accurate measurement of teacher quality?
No.
Okay, cool.
So the reason why I say no is that from the course evaluations that I have done, they're not very representative in like specific aspects of the course. They're very general. So half the time the questions that you're asked don't really pertain to what you're doing in the course.
I think that it's possible to write good questions and good items, but generally I'd say no. I don't think they are a great measure of quality.
So it seems that although some research has been done about this topic, people are still unsure about the way instructors are being evaluated for their teaching. And while some studies produce results that are favorable to the current system, we also discussed many others which highlight areas for improvement. However, while many studies have been done on the evaluations themselves, fewer have explicitly asked the students how they judge a course and what decisions they make when evaluating a professor. This is an area for more research, and is what I've been studying this summer. But that's a topic for another time, because before we can get into that, we have another banger episode by Soren G. Miller. You do not want to miss out on any new episodes from the SMS crew, as our DUE podcast experience is highly acclaimed in the DUE podcasting world. This is Santiago from the SMS-DUE podcast experience, signing off.